I don't know if you've ever heard the saying that your mind is the battleground. That is where you have all these ideas and you go back and forth with yourself on which ones you want to pursue. Well, you have to mentally put this on the top of your list and say, no matter what, I am going to change my life. And then you have to create a plan of action to do that. In today's video, we are going to discuss the 6 steps to change your life. Let's get started. So last week we talked about self-love, and I really think that self-love is the foundation to wanting to change aspects of your life. So if you have not watched that video, I'll put a link up here. You can definitely watch that one first and then come back and watch this one. So my first tip that I have for you is to mentally make a decision. That is the first thing that you have to do in order to change your life. Now that comes with a lot of different things to think about, but mentally, sometimes you have to write it down so you can look at it, but you have to, in your mind, say, this is something that I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do in order to make this happen. All right, so that leads me to the second thing on my list. You need to make a list of the things that you would like to change. So for example, if the one thing that you want to change about your life is to be healthy, there are a lot of different components that come to being healthy. Of course, the mental state, the education state in terms of learning how to be a little bit more healthier. There is the food that you need to eat. There is the exercise that you need to do, just so many different things, but make a list of things that you need to do. I think it's so critical because it gives you a starting point so you can kind of gauge where you are and where you need to go. All right, so number 3 on my list is to focus or zero in on one thing. So you created a list. Within that list, and we'll just continue to talk about losing weight. If you would like to lose weight, the one thing that you're really going to zero and focus in on is going to be probably the nutrition. Now, working out, a lot of people may not be able to go to the gym or may not be able to work out like they want to. So maybe in the afternoon, you do a little walking, or maybe while you're at work, you go walk for lunch or doing one of your breaks, or you park further away from where you work so you can walk longer, but you're going to focus on one of the most important aspects of losing weight, which is the nutrition component. That's something that you definitely can control. Maybe you educate yourself on things that you should be eating, things that you shouldn't be eating. Maybe you look at supplements, maybe you look at food prepping, a lot of different things, but that is the thing that you're going to do. You're going to zero in on one thing, and that is going to be the thing that you feel like is most important to helping you change your life. So the 4th thing on my list is embracing the discomfort. Every time you want to level up or every time you want to do something different, it's going to come with some type of discomfort. Usually that happens because you have not done it before, or you've seen other people do it and maybe they haven't been successful at it. But with new challenges comes this hesitation, this fear, just all of these different things. And what you have to do is just kind of embrace it and look at it as part of the process of you changing to become or to do something that you would like to do. The 5th thing on my list, and this is critical and very, very important, is to limit or remove negative influences. Now, those negative influences can be people. A lot of times people don't even try to be negative, but they are negative about things. Let's say you've been at your job for 10 years and you want to try a new career. Someone will be saying, oh my goodness, you're halfway there to your 20-year mark and you're going to quit and start something new. A lot of times, especially when we're in high school and we graduate and we go into college, we go for a career that we're interested in at that time. We get a job. We're satisfied for a few years and we change our minds. And society has done a disjustice when people are in different careers and you want to make a change and people look at you as if you're on a pattern and you can't stop and you can't change and you can't shift. I don't believe in that. I think wherever you are in your career, mid-career, even if you're almost finished and you're almost at your 20-year mark, I think every person has to make decisions and they have to live their lives based on what they would like to do and what's good for them, their situation, their family, a lot of different elements there. But I don't think that you should hold yourself accountable for society's standards. I think that you should do what you want to do and do what makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting or bothering anybody else. I don't know why it's an issue or it should matter to anybody else, but sometimes, again, you have to watch the company you keep and watch what you say to people, because people will give you their opinions whether you ask for it or not. And sometimes people aren't even trying to be mean. They may just say what's on their heart, or they may say, you know, so-and-so quit their job and they couldn't find another job, or they may say something like, well, it was hard for this person when they left their job and they tried to do something different. But what you have to remember is that you are different from them in terms of you're a different person, you're on a different path in life. And also, on the same note, just watch what you're watching on TV, whether it be the news or whether it be, you know, different social media outlets that are giving you negative information. There's been so much research done on stimuli and how we're stimulated by certain things. So just be cognizant of what you take on or what you allow into your life. The sixth tip that I have for you is to have faith. Now, I know it can be challenging sometimes when you're going down a road or a path that you've never gone before, but I definitely have faith that whatever I do, it's going to work out for my good. Whether I like it or not, my steps are already ordered, so I'm going to work towards that goal. And I need you to have the faith that everything's going to work itself out. Even if it doesn't work itself out the way that you intended to, it usually does. Most people can sit and look back and think on instances where they thought something wasn't going to work out, or it didn't work out quite the way that they did. But you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm glad that didn't work out. I'm glad that relationship, you know, didn't work out. I'm glad that job didn't work out. So I think just looking at everything from a positive perspective, staying prayed up, and knowing that, again, everything is working for your good. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.